troubling.
What's troubling now?
I lost my bag. Remember, I walked
Pan Am
in
bag?
my Pan Am bag, and it's not good if you lose a Pan Am bag and it's sitting in a parking lot.
No. Oh, man, there's going to be alerts.
Well, it says Pan Am because it's from that movie Catch Me If You Can.
No. Oh, it is?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I thought that other one with Tom Hanks in an airplane.
No, it's that Catch Me If You Can bag, and it has like everything I've ever wanted to do on this show in it. So I guess we'll never do that.
Okay.
We'll just start anew.
Start fresh, man.
Start fresh.
It's a new day. It's a different time.
But then Jack said he saw a me-mail. A me-mail.
Is that like a she-mail, except actually a male?
No, it's an email that only comes to me.
Okay.
A me-mail. And it said somebody lost something valuable, huh?
Yeah, but that wasn't you.
How do you know?
You have nothing valuable.
Because I saw it at Friday at 4 in the morning, and you had yet to lose your Pan Am bag at that point.
That's right, Jack. You're right. I'm wrong.
Remember when
Anyway.
somebody left their keys to a car that none of us owned that model but still insisted it was our keys?
Yeah.
We'll just possess anything.
Oh, my God. I want to possess. And I thought it was here. It's not here. So that's a bummer. So, I'm a little off. So that's my little off day today.
We got,
How
look
are
at
your
that board.
coyotes? Off?
Yes, and
See?
disappointing.
I know the damn dog's disappointing.
No, the dog's bitching.
All right.
I'm disappointing, and Stench is an idiot.
Wow, that's harsh so early.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
I don't know, but I'll agree.
Thank you. Because I'm walking around a neighborhood at 4 in the morning. Guy told me to get a hot pink BB gun to protect myself from the coyotes and my little dog Sid.
How come hot pink?
So the cops don't shoot you.
Oh, that's a good one. I got to remember that if I'm going to commit a crime.
But I take Stench with me to get said BB gun. And apparently any BB gun that doesn't exactly look precisely like a Glock is gay.
Oh, you want that's gay, that's gay, that's gay,
Uh-huh.
that's gay.
So I have
Dude, he has a cool BB gun now.
What color is it?
black, gunmetal black.
Oh,
Look at them all happy.
I'm going to get the damn shot.
So
I like it.
I'm walking down Vermont Avenue. It's just so dark. And I've got those kind of leads that let little chain out and then back and you know what I mean? The big plastic handles.
huh?
The big plastic handles that let dog line out and come back.
Yeah,
It's on a spring.
yeah.
And they won't quite fit in one hand. So now I know if the coyote does come and the dog's always walking my left, I'm going to lose a dog. I don't have a good grip. So I keep pulling the Glock out, waiting to shoot the wild coyote, and I'm like freaking out by the end of my walk. It's like 2 miles. I'm totally
Yeah, somebody's
flipped
going
out.
to take you down
And then I get home
with your black Glock.
and nothing, man.
Hey, I got a black Glock.
There were no coyotes in this. So I'm taking Stench's further advice
Which is?
to slather Sid up in bacon grease before the next walk.
Oh, the little dog.
Trolling for coyotes now that I'm armed heavily. Trolling now that I am armed to the hilt with BBs. But I was scared. I was really scared. First I put it in my pants. And I
Yummy.
thought, that's not good. This will not
I got a
end
Glock
well.
in my pants.
And then I put it in my sweatshirt pocket, and I thought, that thing's going to grab every time I try and pull it out. So then I just kind of held it under my arm. I thought, somebody's just going to shoot me. And then
Wow.
I didn't get shot, and there were no coyotes. I'm completely disappointed.
You're very busy so early.
I get up really early now to play before the show. It's fun.
No, but I mean, it's very busy. I just get up and turn on the news and watch the news. You are very busy.
I get up, walk a mile and a half with the dogs, watch the news, hang out. It's bitching.
It is bitching as bitching goes. By the way, I have my skinny person jeans on, and they're quite painful.
You know what? I've lost the weight. I have skinny people jeans on. Not all that cozy myself.
Oh, my God. Jeans should not be this painful. I have skinny girl jeans. I was like, oh, yeah, I'll give you a try.
But do you have them on because you lost weight?
no.
Oh.
I have them on because I grabbed them and I looked at the tag and it said skinny girl jeans. I was like, I'll give you a try. I popped them on. I was like, whoa, that France is sure those croissants and all that cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were in a meeting before your sabbatical, like the last meeting before your sabbatical. No, first meeting after you came back. And Brad looks at me and goes, we're having some meeting about regular meeting stuff. And all of a sudden, B-Rad, the boss, just looks at me and goes, everything in the wash?
What does that mean?
Means I was just wearing clothes he would assume I could only
Wow,
wear.
that meeting, he beat you up because he also said you look tired or out of it or something.
He said, he did say something, but I thought, so I looked at him and I said, yeah, I just
He
dress
hates
up the
you.
pile. But in fact, I thought it was a cool outfit.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah, it is. One of us has no taste, and I think it might be me.
You know.
You got to give B-Rad the suits.
Over the weekend I was sick. I had the flu and stuff. And why is it that as an adult, when you have the flu, everybody immediately, every girlfriend, oh, you must be pregnant. Like, you know what? Not pregnant, you guys. Just got the flu.
You barfing?
Barfing. Totally barfing. And people are, oh, you must be pregnant. And then Robert, you know what Robert says? What will you do if you're pregnant? And you go, I'm not pregnant, A, and then B, what the hell does that mean? What will I do?
I know exactly what it means, and it's a weird question to ask somebody just off the cuff. It means, will you keep it?
I'm like, are you asking me if I'm going to get out the Hoover?
That's exactly what he was asking. I mean, because I just don't see you going to term and then giving it up for adoption.
You don't think?
No. He's asking you right off the cuff, just cavalierly at, say, a cocktail party. So, having an abortion lately?
Yeah, I know.
You can't just ask that.
I know. It was just weird.
That is weird.
It was Friday, and he's like, where have you been? Robert, where have you been?
But you're not having unprotected sex with the new guy, are you?
Oh, God, no. Oh, my God, no. And not only is it
He's 26 and hot, right?
Yeah.
Be careful.
Not only is it saran wrapped and it's shellacked and it's been laminated and all that stuff. I mean, but the big finish is nowhere close to me. That's how, safe I am.
You make him wrap and finish outside?
Oh, yeah. I'm not taking any chances. This is not my guy. I told you that. This is killing time guy. Yeah, those are, by the way, what I'm saying yummy about is these are some of the guys that are going to be for our bachelorette party.
Yep.
At the Palms. Oh, my God. It's that Jamie guy from The Bachelor. I love him.
That's a whole it looks like a lineup of handsome men.
Do you remember him, though, from The Bachelor with Trista? He's blonde, has great teeth, just perfect smile, and just yummy blonde. Look at his
calm
teeth.
down.
Look.
I see his teeth. He's beautiful.
In fact, it was funny because I was riding back on a flight with Trista.
Right.
And she ended up picking that Ryan guy or whatever. And I even said to her, I go, hey, how about that Jamie guy?
What's up with Jamie or Jason?
His name is Jamie.
Is it Jamie? That's right.
Mm-hmm. And she goes, oh, we're great friends. We talk all the time. I'm like, share the love.
Well, apparently she did. He's going to be there.
And that Russell Woods is also going to be there. I don't know if you remember. He was one of
I don't remember him.
He was down to 3, I think.
Yeah, you're going to have to, for me to know their name, you're going to have to tell me something they did that stood out.
Well, he was down to 3, and then the rest, they're all good looking.
Yeah, well, they didn't pick him. This isn't the reject
who's
one.
This guy. Look at this one. And it has no name. Who's that guy?
A guy that if I was gay or a girl, I would bone just for fun.
Right. That's why it's Killing Time Guy.
Is that Killing Time Guy?
No.
Oh, my. I was going to say, oh, my God.
No. But
3 drinks. Would you bone this guy?
You don't need any drinks.
No, but we're straight. It's just an expression.
Yeah, that guy is hot. He's gonna
That's really hot.
He's going to be at the Bachelorette party.
He's retarded hot.
I think all these guys are going to be in the Real World suite. Oh.
Okay.
A buffet.
Just remember, I hate to bring up that slogan, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yeah.
But girls, if you have a shot to do it with these guys, you just should and then just never tell anybody.
They're pretty.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they're going to be at the world's wildest, craziest, now even a little nuttier bachelorette party. And I'm going to marry that Jamie guy. Yeah. He's smoking. I forgot what he does for a living. Doesn't matter.
Reality shows?
No, he does something good. He's smart. They gotta be smart. I hate stupid people. I really hate stupid men. It's just a thing.
Stupid girls can be cute, at least for a while, if they're hot enough. Giggly and just stupid, and I'm here, I'll protect you.
They don't get on your nerves.
Oh, yeah. That's why I said for a while, sure. But can you imagine a guy, a giggly, stupid, but gorgeous girl?
I'm all.
Yeah, you could go out with her for months before you said, okay, you're just too stupid.
Yeah.
But a guy that was stupid like that, you just couldn't go out with even once.
I dated a guy that said I'm all, I'd have to kill myself. Anyway, so that's the Bachelorette party. Are we starting that today?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so. All right, so we're going to be giving those away today. Starting today, your chance to go to the Bachelorette party. It's going to be bitchin', as the Dan would say.
The Dan would say, and it is. It's going to be bitchin', because I've been to these and they were bitchin', and they didn't have the bachelors. I have no idea.
I think you are, because Robert asked me. It's so funny. Robert's so funny. I obviously talked to him on Friday. He's like, I just want to make sure, is it okay if Danny goes? And I go, why wouldn't it be? He goes, oh, well, because it's kind of your thing. I just want to make sure. I go, well, yeah. And then he goes, so is it okay if Lara goes? I'm like, yes. Why? I mean, I don't know. He goes, because I think he's used to the road
Oh.
and how it's like his things are his things, if you know what I mean.
Right.
I'm like, everybody could come.
No, you're welcome to come to my Jiffy Lube thing. If you want.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I didn't want you to think I was being an ass.
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
it never
you
even
didn't
occurred to
invite
me.
me.
Absolutely. I'm doing that Jiffy Lube. I got the stickers and the CDs. You're totally coming.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
God, you never invite me. Now
I'm sorry. I didn't even
honored.
know it was a thing.
Yeah, apparently it is. I didn't mean to kind of belittle him, but I'm like, why are you asking me if it's okay if Danny and Lara come? It's fine. I mean, it's beyond fine. But now Jack and Stench, I don't want them there. Because Jack, you're wearing the penis outfit, right?
Okay, there were some
Here we
issues with
go.
this.
No, there are issues.
And
I've
this
heard
is
this.
not my issue.
Right.
I love the penis
Yeah.
suit.
I do too.
Robert has some weird issue with it and refuses to get it. I don't know if he kept it for himself or something. He needs to have it dry clean, but he will not bring that.
He
will not-
won't?
No.
All right, let's do it ourselves.
All right, we'll track it down.
find the penis suit and we will wear it ourselves, or if you don't mind, you.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, just so I want to make an advance a proclamation that this is not boat stairs in any way.
All right.
But if you happen to own an 8-foot penis suit, give us a call.
Right.
1-877-487-9999.
Wow, that's great.
Okay.
You know, finally we could use
Are
something.
you pretty clear on those are no boat stands for the dares?
Right.
Wow, I was bitching. It would have been
boat
embarrassing if
stands.
that one wasn't so cool.
No boat-
boat.
So, in New York, you know, all the terror warning has been raised.
Yeah, I thought it was a national thing, too. I didn't know they could go to orange in select cities.
Yeah, they did that when the Democratic National Convention came to Boston as well.
Yeah. Oh, no, I know that it's correct, but I was disputing it with Monica, and I had to go out there and tell her she was right.
Yeah, they can just all of a sudden just pick one.
Yeah, they're orange in New York, Newark, New Jersey, Washington, D.C., and somewhere else.
It's all the financial institutions as well. I don't know if you saw it last night on the news, but it basically listed like the stock exchange, Citigroup Bank, some other thing that keeps all our money wherever the hell that is, and it listed like 10 things. And I was talking to Stench. I'm like, how the hell all of a sudden they know this stuff? Well, I guess they caught some guy, whatever the hell his name is.
Yeah.
Why am I saying hell so much? I'm saying it. His name is Mohammed Nakeem Noor Khan.
All right.
That's his name.
I'd go right back to some guy if I were you.
AKA Abu Talha.
That's a great alias. Why don't you go with Steve?
I know. How funny
Abdul
is that?
Bahu Akbar, alias Steve Jones.
Isn't it weird? I mean, you think about it. Mohammed Nakeem Noor Khan, AKA Abu Tahu.
AKA Jimmy.
Well, it's not Mickey Mouse. That would be a hard Mickey Mouse to pull off, wouldn't it?
That would.
Hi, I'm Abu. Anyway, so they found this guy. He was writing this big old website in code. Mm-hmm. I think it was in Izzy form.
Let's up Blay that Ilding Blay.
I'm not sure the code, but I think it says something like stock exchanges. Izzy's. Oh, Izzle. The stock Izzle for shizzle. My Izzle.
Yeah, I was about to just join in. And you know what? Jamie's got this one.
No, I don't. I'm sucking. I can't do it. Anyway, so they got this guy, and now there's all kinds of. Here's what it says. It says the Al Qaeda, Qifa, whatever. They had plotted, and they had began casing buildings in New York, and Washington even before the attacks on September 11th, 2001.
Very nice.
Scary crap, my friend.
Yep.
Between that and West Nile, hey, there's no reason to live.
Oh, I got lots of other reasons to not want to live.
Did you see another person in LA died of West Nile?
Yep.
75 years old. Here's the thing. You know you're having a bad day when? Well, Stench tried to top it, but I wouldn't let him because I said this is very sad. This chick that's married to the 75-year-old, I don't know if you saw her on the news as well, but she was crying. She's like, I can't believe he's gone, all from a mosquito bite.
Right.
Because when you really break it down, it is a mosquito bite that killed her husband.
Yep.
And she said it was just so quick and sudden. I guess he was in the hospital for 2 weeks. Oxygen deprivation to the blood system, whatever the hell it does. Oh, see, there's the word hell again. Anyway, and so he died. And she said, I don't know if this is good or not. At least with my last husband, when we found out, we knew that we had a year with him. He had cancer.
It's her.
But isn't that sad?
Yeah.
2 husbands die, one from cancer in a year and one from a mosquito bite in 2 weeks. And then Stench all tried to top it. I had 2 relatives die on the same day yesterday.
Yesterday?
Yeah.
Well, yesterday is kind of, if you knew them and there was 2 of them, that's pretty good.
You think it beats the lady with 2 husbands?
On a personal level.
I don't. I think the lady had a far worse day.
Right, but we know Stench.
I know, but this lady, I know picnics, Jack. It's not.
No, it's not.
Remember on Friday, Danny, I said one of my, your disappointments in life is Monica and I both have from Pier 1 the picnic basket. And we've always wanted somebody to
I remember this closely, yes.
Yeah, a picnic and spread out a blanket on the beach and have a picnic. Well, Jack claims that he had a picnic this weekend.
I did.
All right, and there seems to be some argument as to whether he's right.
Will Stench back me up on the...
Oh, go ahead.
All right,
The
now I'd
only-
like to hear it,
okay.
and I'll make my call.
We got Jack in the Box through the drive-thru. Then we went up to the park.
Not a picnic!
Hey, I'm not done. We got our blanket out. We sat there. The baby played on the swings. We hung out the park for like 2 hours on our blanket and ate a meal. That's a picnic.
I disagree.
All right, let's
Not
vote.
at all.
Stench,
Not at all, picnic.
Jamie,
Nope.
full-blown picnic.
What doesn't make it a picnic?
What's not a picnic? Jack in the Box?
If I had put it in a wicker basket, then it would have been a picnic?
It would have been a better picnic if you would have...
That-
I didn't say it was a great
Right.
picnic. I
Yes,
said it was a picnic.
yes, it would have been a picnic if you would have taken supplies and a bag of goodies and a
Our-
bag of
wait, our
wait,
friend
a
Sten-
bag like a frisbee and items. But you just that's like saying if I go through the drive-through and I pull up to a park, I'm having
No,
a picnic.
you didn't get out. I sat on a blanket. Our friend Stench admitted when he threw the dream picnic that he bought the food. What's
Not
the
all of
difference?
it, some of it, but I made some of it,
so
making
what?
it a picnic.
You cubed. He
Wait a
cubed the
minute.
cheese.
I'm sorry. If you go to Boston
cube
Market
cheese?
and you get all
I
the...
balled
you get
the melon.
You get the... Well, you're just
You
gay.
balled the melon?
That's a picnic.
I didn't know you balled melons.
I
and,
ball melon.
and you don't have to cube cheese anymore. It comes Kraft
Where
makes it.
Where the hell do you find a melon baller? I can't find a cheese grater.
Williams Sonoma, duh.
What real guy knows where a Williams Sonoma is?
They're wedding presents, those kind of things.
My friend George bought a waffle maker.
I have that. I have. It's bitching.
The industrial one?
Yes.
Yeah.
It could not be more
Yeah,
awesome.
he makes the industrial kind. What?
For a melon baller to be a wedding present, it still means you had to pick it out, dumbass, and put it on your list.
It also
like
means...
I had any choice in any of that
And who
crap.
wraps one?
It also means somebody cares
That's what I mean.
$3 about his
That's
wedding.
what I mean. Who bought the
No, it comes
wedding paper was more than the melon
Yeah, it
baller.
comes with a whole,
The
a whole kit.
invitation was
What?
more than the
A
baller.
fruit balling kit?
No, it comes with a whole
Yeah. it's-
KitchenAid thing.
No, I know what you mean. It's so you can cut your watermelon all cute in the V.
Yeah.
Yeah, it probably came like
But
that.
somebody was laughing at you.
Yeah, melon baller.
Let's get him the retarded melon baller zigzag slicer thing. He's goofy enough to use it and think he went on a picnic.
You balled melons?
I ball melon and diced cheese.
Now, do you take out the seeds out of the melons when you ball them?
Or do you get seedless watermelon?
I don't remember.
Really done it.
No, I swear to God I did it. I swear to God I did it.
Is it one of those things that now he has to say
No.
he
A
did it?
real baller
But I
would have
don't
known the
remember
answer
that.
to that.
I don't remember that. I have
A real
no
bu-
idea.
Hey, can we get back to the hot topic at hand?
Wow.
Whether
I made
Jack
you
went on a
seedless
picnic?
melon.
I wonder if there
I
are
don't
things in
know.
life that I've claimed I've done that I've never done, like balling a melon.
How about thousands of them?
You know what? I bet I've said I've balled a melon. I've never
I'll
have balled a
ball
melon.
you bastards melon tomorrow.
I've balled melons.
I've never balled a melon, although I know I'm
And
capable.
hopefully this will work as proof that I actually have balled a melon. That there's 2 different size balls on the same attachment.
Oh, yeah.
One
big,
side's
yeah.
a bigger ball, one side's
Wow,
smaller.
You're good.
That's my proof.
You're right.
But the point at hand is, if I had balled a jumbo jack, I'd have had a picnic.
No, the point at hand, and thank you for trying to get back to it.
Jack's had people do that.
Jack went on a picnic. He sat on a blanket and ate outdoors.
Sorry, just laughing at somebody balling a jumbo jack.
I tried to just. Sometimes I get yelled at for shining a spotlight. Sometimes I get yelled for turning the light off.
No, you never know, do you? It's Monday. What does today mean? Oh, my God. Anyway, yeah, Jack, he didn't.
You did.
So, no.
Full blown.
Oh, now it's full blown?
I actually said the words full blown before. Full blown picnic. That's a quote from earlier.
I disagree.
You're wrong. I'll fight you.
I'll cut you. I'll have Monica's gang member cousins cut you.
I think I met them at the wedding. I said,
did.
"Oh, how sensitive that guy's crying," and then I realized it was just the tattoo of a tear in his right eye.
Wow.
Yeah. And then you know who really likes this?
Who?
There's some really bad
The Crips.
motorcycle gang.
Asian boys.
Asian boy. No.
Asian
some
boys.
motorcycle gang.
Jews
Hells
with
Angels?
tattoos.
No, they don't like us for different reasons. No, it's a bad.
Hell's Angels.
No.
Satan's slaves.
No, it's like really bad.
There's
The Huxtables or something.
Oh my God! It's the Cosby kids on Harleys. Everybody run.
It's like the Huxtables. I don't know. It's some bad gang, but they love us.
Well, that's good.
I know, because they all carry guns.
Yeah. Hey, look out! I'll
And-
BB their asses.
By the way, they were the ones that were involved in that really bad thing that happened, I think, in Laughlin.
Oh,
or,
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Shootout on the street.
Yeah, it was all part of the Huxtable gang.
Dude, I'm gonna take up my Suzuki and my BB gun and be badass.
By the way, speaking of which, people who have guns that shouldn't, you.
Mine's a BB gun.
I know, but still.
I wouldn't have a gun in the house. I'm not happy with that idea.
There was a chick, here it is.
I was gonna say I'm not stable enough, but I didn't want to bring that up as a whole issue.
Oh, we know, though.
I know you know. I just didn't think it was a nice
So
topic
it's
for
okay.
discussion.
Is Danny stable? Yes or no? Give us a call. 1-877-480-da-da-da-da-da.
I happen to think I am stable, just not stable enough to have a gun in the house. Much like I think Jack had a full-on picnic.
A woman in the Florida Keys. She was 70
was
years
awesome.
old. Mary Alice Workman, 70 years old. I guess there were some guys and they were diving for lobsters behind her house in a canal, and she felt like that was her canal.
Well, there's only a 2-day lobster season in the Keys.
Well, they were doing it for
On day 3.
Yeah. Well, no, they were doing it on the 2 days. They were allowed to do it.
Oh, they were? I
Yeah.
thought they were poaching.
No, they were allowed to do it, but she just didn't like it because that was her canal. And so she went inside the house and she got a gun and started shooting at the water.
Screaming, if I don't stop you, there'll be no lobsters left. And opened fire on the divers.
She said she fired into the water and could see the bullets downward path, and she wasn't really trying to hit them.
Well, there you go.
Wow.
Let's see here. Guess what? She had the .38 caliber handgun under her pillow.
That's a safe spot for it.
Under her pillow. They also confiscated that gun that was under her pillow,
Right.
and a handheld flare gun and a BB gun.
Oh, they do confiscate BB guns.
Yeah, and flare guns.
Because I was thinking about that this morning. How am I going to raise my hands and make Dukes pay attention while I explain to the cop I have a gun that looks real on me?
I wouldn't have that gun at night.
I gotta shoot those coyotes in the eyes.
Just be really big. Go rawr.
No, I did. They didn't run. That's why Stench and I went toy gun shopping, and he's trying to get me murdered.
This chick, Mary Alice, who's 70 years old.
Yeah.
Look at her mugshot. She smiled all big. It said that they were a little distraught because she smiled and she went, ee. And she looks like she has a mustache. Like Frank's dead grandma.
Oh.
Oh, that is not right. Whatever. You guys were supportive and now it's not so funny.
Well, A, it was a beard. B, it was timely. And C, it just wasn't out of nowhere. Hey, look at the ugly, crazy lady. Just like some dead
I
lady
didn't
we know.
say ugly. I said bearded.
Well, that would. That implies. When was the last time you saw a hot chick with facial hair?
You guys call them bearded clams or something. What is that?
That's a whole different thing.
Oh, I'm not
And
familiar.
none of them are pretty.
I'm not familiar with what that means. Maybe
Probably a
someday-
smart movie, yeah.
Maybe you guys will teach me. I don't know. Anyway, also a couple was kicked off a flight from Miami to New York after airline officials determined the man's shirt was obscene.
What'd it say?
I don't know, and it won't tell you, and I saw it on the news, and it won't. Jack, we discussed take 2 out, add 2 new.
I came in this morning to do it. Well, there. I came in this morning to do it, and they have yanked Big and Rich out of our system after hearing we were going to put it in there, so I have to find it in
Are
another
you
source.
kidding me?
No.
They yanked it?
They're out for you.
They yanked
Yeah, I went in the computer and production room. I typed in Big and Rich, no Big and Rich. I typed in
was-
Ride a Cowboy,
It
no Ride a
was
Cowboy.
Save a Horse, Ride a
All
Cowboy.
right, well,
Okay.
it's not in there anymore.
Can I do an
Master?
impression
I'll
of a
get it.
meeting that I was not in?
Yeah.
That bitch took a sabbatical. Let's grab that song when she's not looking. That was just
It seems like they wouldn't care that much.
about the sabbatical or the song?
Both. Yeah. Wow. Well, Jack, that's disappointing.
Don't worry, I'll find it, and it'll be in there tomorrow.
All right. Because the girls, they are so pretty. Yeah, I thought of you this weekend. I played it really loud in my house. And then I thought, oh, my God, I'm the uncool chick playing Big and Rich really loud in my house.
Well, you know, it was kind of considerate of you. We're in our office, and I'm either on the phone or doing email, something that would theoretically take some concentration. And Jamie's blaring country music, like the one lousy picture we have on our wall. The fish with one of my cigarettes in its mouth is a shaken. And she said, does this bother you?
Well,
it's a great song.
You have to be in a mood, though.
Yeah.
You know what? It's funny because I listen to it sometimes, but very rarely. But you have to be in a mood to like have your dog dead, your boyfriend gone, you know, like all your money stolen, whatever.
Have you seen those guys? Have you seen the video?
Yeah, I love them.
Here's the problem with like the hip country artists.
They're not hip.
They all dress like what your parents think a cool rock star would dress like, not what actual real
they're
rock
making
stars.
Fun of. Don't do this to my Big and Rich.
But they all do it. Shania Twain's backup band. Remember when she did that thing at the Super Bowl? When you look, they're wearing these like leather coats and leather.
Yeah,
They're
they
all
wear really
like
tight jeans.
the cartoon image of a rock star. They're not like
Well,
real.
yeah, but see, they're called Big and Rich because it's funny. Like they're
those
trying to
guys
be
are.
pimp daddies, you
Right.
know, like they're funny. But I know what he's saying.
Right.
There is something to be said. Like if you saw a regular guy or anybody that we play on this radio station wearing what country music artists wear, like Keith, whatever, Urban, and what's that? Oh hell, Kenny Chesney, like the skin tight jeans of the land. I mean, there's no way to breathe in them. And you put Matchbox 20 in that, you're not going to listen to their songs anymore.
Really, their outfit would just change your mind
Oh my
completely?
God, because Matchbox 20 is super cool. And what's my other one? The favorite one that we play now all the time. Maroon 5, for example. You put those guys and those out, forget about it.
Well, outfits can change music. Do you remember like Motley Crue and all those guys, Warrant, they all have the huge hair and the spandex and everything. And all of a sudden, one day, there's Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
And within 30 seconds, all those hair bands became looking retarded looking.
Oh, my
Everybody
God.
just went, those are the stupidest looking people in the world.
I know. And like, what day did that happen? Because
Like within 30 seconds, that happened.
yeah, because VH1, you know, you probably see it too. They always do that. I love the 80s. I love the whatever. And then you're like, oh my God. And I thought that was cool.
So did I.
I thought John Bon Jovi was like the coolest guy in the world.
By the way, when I was at the Hard Rock Hotel in Orlando, there was a picture, not an album cover, maybe an album cover blown up to be a big poster of Motley Crue. And they looked fabulous, especially Neil or Vince. And all I could think of was your friend Heidi when he was passed out, throwing those outfits on his head, screaming, they just don't fit anymore, do they, Vince? He was a stick, and he was pretty.
Yeah. She tried to get him to walk. Well, because he ballooned up. I mean, he got so fat. And we're talking about Vince Neil, Motley Crue. And he got so fat. And he'd just sit there and he'd watch TV and just drink.
Yeah.
And he was like Elvis. He had 3 different TVs on in the living room.
TV is my window, baby.
And one of the TVs was just a surveillance cam. Now, keep in mind, there were no fans outside that house. I mean,
Right.
I drove up and I would go in their house and like nothing. I mean, they had this stupid dog, a German Shepherd that was not very nice. But anyway, he'd just stare at the surveillance like somebody might come get him. Nobody's coming to get Vince. Nobody cared about Vince. And then he'd just pass out, and then she'd just throw his clothes on him and call him fat. And so she got him a trainer, and he went one day, and then the trainer said, I can't really train anybody that's drinking beer while they're on the bike.
Right, you got to pour vodka in the water bottle. What are you, stupid, Vince?
And then she put 2 treadmills in front of the TVs, you know, hoping he just looked around them.
Now, I invented that thing, I think, and they may really have it now. The treadmill and/or the bicycle
They have it for games.
that powers the TV. Don't they have one that would power your TV, like regular TV?
It's a good idea.
It's a great
for,
idea.
They do it for games right now. Like there's one that you power and it keeps a video game going.
Right, where you race like you're on a bicycle and it races other
No.
bicyclists.
The power of the pedals get the video game going. It's not a video game of racing,
It's like you can play
like Pong.
asteroids.
Yeah, but you have to
Okay.
keep pedaling.
How old are we? Really, you can play asteroids and Pong if you're pedaling on the brand new bike.
What is the new Dance is over? What the hell? Pokemon or something?
You know,
Grand Theft Auto?
I
Grand Theft- I think
completely
that's-
relied on Dance Dance Revolution to whip me into shape.
And how'd that go?
I got bored really fast. Even when I tried to become one of Britney's backup dancers, I still got bored.
All right, when we come back, I swear we will do the first calls of the day. We played the little tune without the big. It's so funny because we were just listening to that OnStar commercial, and it throws me off every time because I did it as a joke because my friend was in the Hummer when I was registering it, and because you have to push the button and they ask you what's your name and blah blah. Are you Miss, Mrs. or Doctor? And they always come on and say hi, Dr. White.
Nice. I'm listening to the commercials though because it's so cool. But that last lady, what was her malady?
She was pregnant and dizzy and couldn't see.
I think people are just trying to like really get on the commercials now.
You do?
I'm dizzy. I got a cramp and my hair's on fire. This conversation actually took place with an OnStar customer. So OnStar's great for coming to their rescue immediately, but I think people might be trying.
Well, there is one that's going around, and perhaps you got the email one, the blonde OnStar, where she's locked in her car.
Hey, you know what I got?
Like an idiot. I actually listened to it. Thank you, Jolie.
Oh. You know what I got last night on my computer, and I was actually going to save it for you guys. You know that crazy hoax that people have lost money on? I represent a Nigerian family, and you're their relative. That one. Yep. I got it last night, saying if you can send us like these thousands of dollars, a few $1,000s, we can help unlock the $350 million family fortune. But the weird part was that not only has everyone heard of that scam already. It said because you're his last living relative with the same last name.
Oh, that's funny.
Now, what do you think a Nigerian prince's chances are that he's a Bonaducci?
Well, what about the one where Microsoft is giving away hundreds of thousands of dollars or whatever?
Right.
You just write something. I forgot what it was.
I got one yesterday. The one where your credit card company thinks your ID's been stolen. So give us all your information on
Remember?
this website.
Yeah.
It's really weird. It bothers me that they think we're that stupid, but because you always wonder why they prey on the old people and how you could be so heartless.
Oh, there's a pretty good one, though. That one, especially about the bank one, it's written pretty well. I mean, you really, for a split second, you go, oh. I mean, they make it sound so legitimate.
And the email address it came from was from Citi.
A bank. Yeah,
it was
a bank.
Citi.com, which
right,
is close enough to Citi
right, close
Bank
enough.
to figure it out.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, it's weird. It's written well, and you think, oh.
But the Nigeria one, everyone knows that one now.
Yeah, well, everybody knows all of them, but you do, especially that Citibank one. You think for a split second,
right.
oh, maybe they.
But that's what I was thinking when they get busted and they milked an 80-year-old lady out all her money. Well, that's the only person that would fall for some of these. They have to be really unbalanced to still go, let me send thousands of dollars to Nigeria.
I know.
In hopes of getting $350 million.
It works, obviously.
It
though.
does.
It does. It's a damn
Greed.
shame, that's all.
Greed, a huge motivator.
Just a damn shame. And probably the scam and the thrill of it and the whole thing. It's probably one big...
And you'd have to be distorted to fall for it. I just want to say that because I've said retarded like 9 times this morning, and I promised that Kenny guy I wouldn't do it.
Oh, my God. Yesterday...
So sorry,
well,
Kenny.
I was trying to figure out the lights on my Cerritos Hummer. Like there's big overhead lights and there's some running lights. There's all kinds of lights. So I was in the mirror or the reflection of a store. So I was turning on all the lights to see which lights do what and what buttons do what. So I had them all on. I was like, yo, I look cool.
Right.
I got all the lights are running. So then I pulled into my driveway and I turned off my car. Well, apparently dumbass forgot she had all the cool lights on. And I had my cell phone plugged in. So I got out to my car, which I haven't driven in a while, and it was dead. So I pushed the OnStar thing. It was dead. Everything was dead. So I called OnStar, and then the guy said, hold on, give me your address again because my computer's acting retarded. And I go, that is not very funny because I'm retarded. Oh, my God. He stopped in his tracks. He's just like, oh, my God, I'm so sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry, doctor. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Dr. White.
I'm thinking, is there really retarded doctors? You know?
Yeah.
Actually, there is one in the news today. I don't know where the hell they were from, but a dentist actually was pulled over for driving a naked. Here it is. It's in Pennsylvania. It says a helmet would be nice, but police were here said clothing would be a better start. Apparently, a local dentist pleaded guilty to charges of disorderly conduct for driving a motorcycle with a naked woman on the back.
I don't see anything disorderly about that.
It's just something weird that when you see your dentist with a naked woman on the back, you don't want to go in for a filling.
No, that would
You know
just
what I
make
mean?
me a little nervous about the guy's judgment.
Why is it always dentists? You know,
'Cause they're-
we've had so many stories of crazy shooting stuff into people's mouths.
They're
and doing
nuts.
this. They're crazy.
I just want you to know when I was in rehab the first time, not this for drinking one, but the bad one
Our
15
friend
years
Brian,
ago.
the nut job.
There were it was the #1 occupation because you get bored and have nothing else to do. So I wanted to see who the most prevalent people were. 9 dentists out of 150 people. There's something wrong with dentists.
I don't know. Jack and I have a really good friend, and her son is a dentist, so I kind of feel bad now because I was kind of going towards a complete slam that way, but then I realized, hey, our really good friends are a dentist. Yeah.
But we also have dentists that are enemies.
Right, exactly.
We will get them.
There are good dentists and there are bad dentists. Right. Dr. Davis, great dentist.
Fine dentist, one of the best.
Right, wouldn't do anything nutty. But that other guy,
Please.
Anyway,
He's a wild man, that one.
whoa, out of control.
But Davis,
Oh,
what a pro.
my God. Anyway,
You swore on your life we were going to take the first calls of the
I
day.
know. I was just looking to see if there's any follow-up on this naked chick. She was doing crack.
That's a shocker.
He wasn't. He just had the crack addict on the back of his Harley.
You know, if you go out to my motorcycle in the middle of the day, full on dressed in either jeans or leather pants, that seat still burns my ass.
What does that mean?
It gets red hot, those bike seats.
You mean from the sun? Or
Yeah.
the engine?
How do you
Oh,
sit down
from
on
the
a
sun.
bike
I was
seat
like,
naked and not just go?
You got a mechanical problem there.
No, just the
Oh, from the sun.
the black leather seats outdoors.
Maybe she used a towel.
Yeah, because she was thinking that clearly, Jamie.
Well, I don't know. You're
She's
asking me
like-
why the crack addict doesn't feel heat on her ass.
I'm just thinking that would be a reminder that you're naked.
She's on crack.
I'd still notice, hey, my ass is on
Maybe
fire.
she should notice she doesn't have any clothes on.
My ass is on fire. I need more crack. That's how that conversation should have gone.
God.
Don't mess with me.
Oh, some dentists just shouldn't hang out with bad people like that.
No, they shouldn't. Apparently, dentists just love naked chicks.
Oh, God. Anyway, all right, here we go.
Good.
First call of the day. It is Robert. Hi, Robert.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hi,
Oh,
Robert.
we couldn't be better. Crack addicts can't feel heat on their ass.
Bet you didn't know that.
Well, you know what they say, 4 out of 5 dentists say it.
Oh, boy, Robert. That was a
Wait,
nice try.
Almost. If he'd have got 4 out of 5 dentists prefer naked chicks who use crack,
No.
that would have worked. Yeah.
No.
Monkey's laughing.
I wouldn't have laughed.
Yeah, but you're mean.
No, but Jack, you would have laughed at that? No.
Under this context,
Too
you had
wordy.
a full-on picnic.
Too
You were almost
predictable.
funny. The law has been laid.
Let me ask Stench. Hey, Stench, can you come here? Let me-
4 out of 5
Fried?
dentists prefer naked
You're
chicks who
you're that
use
chin-
crack.
Chin chick. 4 out of 5.
Oh, now you're
And
being
that was
cruel.
rude.
Yeah.
Did you hear that funny thing Danny said?
No,
Do you
that
think it's
Robert
funny?
said. I just tried to fix it
Right,
for
well,
him.
Danny would like to
About
fix
being
it.
burning his ass on a motorcycle
No.
seat while he smoked crack?
No.
About dentists and naked chicks on crack. And Robert
Well,
said,
just say what you said.
no. Robert said, 4 out of 5 dentists prefer naked chicks who use crack.
And Danny wanted to fix it by
I said
saying-
it was funny.
And then you fixed it by saying?
4 out of 5.
No, say what you said.
I think that is what I said. He screwed that up, and then I.
By the way, good news. The guy that said we need more effing balloons is not going to be fired.
Why is that good news?
Well, because I felt bad for him. Because he didn't know he was on the air on CNN.
According to today's paper, though, that Ted Turner said if he was still in charge of CNN, that guy would be fired immediately.
But it wasn't his fault. He didn't know it's the audio technician.
No, the director is the captain of the ship. If anything happens to the ship, at the end of the day, it's the director's fault.
Well, how the hell is he supposed to know he was on the air? And so he said more effing balloons, but he's not going to be fired. So that's good.
We're just going to disagree all day. Jack had a picnic, and it's the director's fault.
Hey, by the way, speaking of which, how did Stench's 1-year-old birthday party extravaganza go?
I heard great.
Yeah, did you take Dante?
No, Gretchen took Dante. I was working.
Oh yeah, and how'd it go?
It was fun. But I learned one thing.
What?
Fat people should not play in the bounce house.
Right, you'll kill children.
I'm tired, too, and
I
sore.
I had to pull my daughter out of the bounce house. We were sitting in there bouncing, and all the kids were jumping around. And then Stench came in and did one jump where I saw her little head jerk back so hard because he had bounced the thing so hard that I had to scurry out of there.
You forgot that there's little,
He didn't forget, he just didn't care.
The other kids,
their muscles and stuff can't hold their heads.
I jumped in there. We got to think there were other kids too that went all the way up to like teenage, from 0 to teen.
should be
None were 300 pounds.
Yeah. And when I would bounce, I could shoot them all to the ceiling of the bounce house
And how
because I
old's your
bounced so
baby,
hard.
Jack?
Not even
8
one.
months.
8 months. I don't know if that's a good idea.
And the problem is, and I hate to admit
like a
that
car accident on the jump house.
that I do know this from experience. I hesitate to admit. But when the grown-up jumps in the middle and makes all the kids fly, which is funny, they all then, because of the way the trajectory, they all land at the feet of the grown-up and just smash their little skulls together.
Yeah, that happens too.
All the kids decided at one point it would be fun to jump on the big guy since I was the only full-fledged adult in there
I'm
bouncing
44,
around.
and I think it's fun to jump on you.
And they were going to all jump on me. And then when I would start to fall, I would like have to absolutely almost break my neck to keep from landing. I'd have to dive so I wouldn't land on a kid that was trying to hold on to my feet. Little kids piling on me.
God, it sounds
it was
dangerous.
Now-
crazy.
I remember Stench kind of being insistent that Dante, not insistent in a bad way, but really wanted Dante to come over. And then
need
said, because
kids.
that kid's crazy. And today, the first thing he said is, your kid's out of control. I ain't like him.
hold
That
on.
kid is out of control.
What'd he do?
All right.
No, I was just roughing him up. And the
Yes.
more I'd rough him up, the more that kid would come back and be like, do it again, do it again.
Yes, Jack.
He's not just being, like exaggerating about roughing him up. You know how his wife's rich, so they had a whole playground and they had a bounce room.
For a 1-year-old, they
Right.
spent
I
like
heard they had two
$20,000.
Right, they had a bounce house and then they had a ballroom. You know, like when you go to Chuck E. Cheese and all the
ball
balls.
dive.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He would take Dante and throw him about 20 feet head on into the ball thing, and the kid would come up a little dazed and look around for a minute and then run back to Stench. And they did this for about an hour.
Yeah, well, dogs do that too when you kick them.
Right.
And they come back to their owners.
It was fired up.
I think it's been taught.
That's a badass kid.
And you know what else he did? I found out later, he came up to me and said, I didn't get any cake. Will you get me cake? So I brought him over and got him birthday cake. And I found out your wife had just got him some.
So basically what you're saying is
worked me.
my kid likes to fight and steals.
And lies.
Maybe he's not Mario's kid after all.
You forgot the lie part.
Lies, steals, and fights. That's my boy.
Wow.
He had a great time.
From the
Thank you
tree
very
thing.
much. He had a great time.
You guys went overboard for a 1-year-old's birthday.
And by the way, it's all still at my house. In fact, I used it
we
all
can go
again
over and
yesterday.
bouncy.
Yes.
Did I mention the cotton candy maker, the hot dog machine, the face painter, the balloon animal maker?
The balloon artist was awesome, man.
look at-
She made cool. She could make anything.
This is a 1-year-old's
The
birthday.
bartender. I'm not kidding. The first thing he said when he came to the door is like, be sure to order the Grey Goose. And he had a full-on bar with a bartender and a
I had a
one-year-old
full-on bar,
birthday
but only some people knew about the top shelf. It was kind of down low. You'd have the inside password.
Yeah, you had to have the password.
great.
8.7.
Hey, you remember how we were talking about who still falls for those ridiculous scams? The Prince of Nigeria died and you can get $350 million or
Right.
whatever. And I said, you have to just be like distorted to still fall for it? Well, I was wrong. Well, maybe she's distorted. It says right here, Walmart employees are actual heroes. Woman goes to Walmart, wants to do a wire transfer of $25,000 to some guy in Canada. The girl at the desk gets suspicious, calls the manager over, who's only 22 years old. And they're suspicious. They say, why would you wire this much money from a Walmart? And the lady says, you guys aren't going to believe this. I won the Canadian lottery and I didn't even enter it. But I have to pay the taxes
How
up
old was
front.
she?
So I have to wire $25,000. She's a grown woman. It says that she is 23.
That's it? Because usually they're like,
Yeah. She told him on the straight, I won the Canadian lottery
Wait
and
a
I didn't
minute.
even enter.
I'm 36. There's no way I could get my hands on 25 grand.
It does happen to say they stopped her from intending to take her entire life savings and leave her flat broke.
you know what though? I mean, the old people, I give them that because they're starting
old,
to
right.
fail or whatever. But there are just some stupid young people.
Yeah.
I mean, just
Yeah.
stupid.
This is weird. The police. I was reading. Were you looking at me?
No, we were talking about stupid young people. Yeah, and you're old.
That's true. And older by the
I mean,
second.
you don't like fit the what we're right.
Says the police.
Yes.
The police congratulated the Walmart employees for spotting the hoax and stopping it, since the woman's bank didn't notice, allowing her to clear all $25,000 out of her account. But I don't know if it's the bank's job to say, "Hey, why are you taking your own money?"
Well, yeah, but they were just. I mean, they probably knew her as a stupid young person.
Yeah.
They probably did.
Stupid young people.
But, even like wherever, what we were talking about earlier, Friday, about
Yep.
the denial thing and all that. What's his name? Vern Troyer?
Yeah.
That's a stupid short guy.
Right.
Wow.
No, she's right.
Yeah, because actually, good for him. He won a small victory as he battles his ex-girlfriend. She claims that they were actually married. He says that they were not married. He's 32 inches tall. That's about yay high.
It's not a yard. He's shorter than a yardstick.
About right here?
No, shorter.
Whoa.
Yep.
That's hot. I want to marry that guy. What?
As a human being, fine, God bless him. But as a love partner, just a little creepy and weird.
Yeah. But Vern
Troyer.
and his legal team are adamant the two never married, so she has no claims to his cash. And as the case winds its way through court in Los Angeles, he has convinced a judge to seal documents, preventing anyone from knowing about anything about his private life, so that personal and sexual, yummy, details will never be revealed. La, 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 la. He's like a human popsicle. Anyway, but
Yummy.
I mean, and speaking of stupid people, the guy obviously knew that this normal size, smoking hot
chick.
girl, I mean, that's stupid.
But I don't know. You got to have hope, right? That I'm so charming. Look that I've made this normal size hot chick love me.
I don't know. People are just ignorant and in denial. What's the guy that we talked to before that his wife was...
Brian.
Brian.
Oh. Yeah. Since then, by the way, okay, that happened like Wednesday or whatever last week.
Brian called up, said, my wife is doing all these things. You remember what they were to make him suspicious?
Well, she's staying out all night, and she doesn't talk to him or anything.
Got a new phone and won't give him the codes.
Right, and they used
Is
to have
staying
a
out.
dual message on the phone.
Right, and now she got a new one, wears new clothes, stays out. She never used to. He's home with the kid.
Right.
I mean, she couldn't even wear a sign says I'm having an affair and be more obvious.
Right, and then a couple of guys called and helped him out, and he was crying. It was really sad because
But
he
good
loves
radio.
her. I mean, he totally loves her, and we're like, sorry, but this is what's
Yeah,
happening.
she's having an
well,
affair.
then later, and hold on, Monica, because Monica talked to him later on in the week, because I wanted to get an update and have him call back, and where are you?
She's young.
Monica?
Yes, she is.
No, I was going like this. I was pointing over there.
No, I think he just means in general, not the entrance she made.
Well, she's not the young and dumb one I was talking about.
No.
So there. Anyway, all right. So what happened after you talked to Brian?
I wanted to get an update from him, and
I just ignore him.
anyway, I went to get an update from him, and he said that he sounded really happy, first of all, because he said that he confronted his wife, and she said she wasn't having an affair. Right.
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah, he believed her.
Thank God he
No,
asked.
because he
But-
talked to her mother, right?
But then he said, and this is how I know for sure that she's not having an affair, because she talked to my mother, and she would never lie to my mother.
Oh, poor baby.
I know.
And
Is
he was
that the
so
ultimate
happy.
denial?
You know
he
what?
was so happy, and he said, that's why he wanted to talk to us and give us an update. So
Now, I got a question for you.
His number? What?
What if he never finds out? Is living in denial and being in love, and say he stops being unhappy about her being out, is living in denial and staying in love better than finding out the truth and having a broken heart?
Well, it depends. Does he still have suspicion?
No.
Okay, well then I guess. And
He's completely in the dark.
what is that called? Something bliss or whatever?
Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah.
Does everybody else in the world know?
Yeah, he's a fool.
Oh, well
Okay,
then that's
because-
not
But he doesn't know he's a fool.
Right.
Well, he'll find out.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
He
In the
knows.
end, it turns out bad.
Right. But I'm saying if it never turns out bad, he lives a whole happy marriage except she's cheating on him and he never, ever, ever knows. Is that better than finding out and being
What?
crushed but knowing the truth?
I know what you're saying, because once
Thank
you
God,
find out,
'cause I don't.
No, because once you find out, your world is turned upside down,
Right.
and sometimes you think if I just didn't know, my life would be better. But in the end, it is better that you know because your whole life is a lie and that person doesn't respect you at all.
In the end, he knows all along and is just in denial that he knows.
Right, but you're changing my premise.
Right?
Yeah.
That's
In
all he's
real
doing
life,
is denying that it's
Danny's
going
playing
on.
a hypothetical game.
Right.
Like if you don't know.
In real life, he knows.
I think it's sad for everybody around that person and for that person not to know that everybody knows, huh? Yeah.
Not the guy that's doing Brian's wife.
But-
He's
but
just
that's
having a
not-
fine time.
But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about like people that actually are in denial, but yet they know.
Right.
Why do they live like that?
Wait, can you be in denial and not
Yes.
know? You have to know to be in denial.
No.
Yeah.
No, you could just completely
Otherwise,
ignore
you're-
the obvious.
Right. Well,
Right, but it
we're
means you
saying the
know.
same thing. You have to know to be in denial. Otherwise, you're just somebody that's walking through life doesn't know anything.
Right.
You're nothing. You're not even in denial. You're just there.
We're all right. Stop talking, Stench.
No, you're not.
Don't help
What,
yourself.
what do you think?
Because I think they can honestly think they don't know. Like you could see every sign in the world, but
That's
refuse,
denial.
but refuse to acknowledge it.
That's
Meaning,
denial.
meaning you don't
No.
know because you're in denial.
No, you have to have denial.
If you
You have
have
to have
to-
knowledge to have denial.
And if you have to refuse, that means you know.
no,
You
right.
can't refuse.
How can I live in denial if I don't know something?
If you're happy and in denial, you don't know.
No, wait. How can I be in
Okay.
denial? Me. I'm
Yeah.
in denial about, let's say, whoever's cheating on me. How can I be in denial?
Because you think nothing's going on,
Stench?
which means you would
Is-
know nothing because you think there's nothing happening.
Is Jamie in denial right now? I just stood behind your back and flipped you off with both hands while you were talking.
Okay.
Is she in denial that I did that when she didn't know till I told her just now? Or did she not know?
I
Shut
just
up.
didn't know.
No,
he's right.
she just
He's
didn't
right. I
know.
just didn't know.
She was oblivious.
Now-
which is
Right,
different
is the
than
word.
If
denial.
I did this,
Oblivious is different than denial. Good one, Jack.
if I went, hey, Jamie, and she thought,
And
you know
I
that
went-
Danny guy loves me,
He never did that. I
then
don't know what
she's
you're
in
talking about.
denial.
She's in denial because she thinks you didn't do anything, so she knows nothing.
No, I'm
Knowing
oblivious.
nothing and being in denial are two.
Jack is right. Oblivious and denial, two different things.
How'd Jack get to be right?
I
I
don't know,
flipped
but
you
it was,
off.
you know what? It was dead on and it was right, and it pissed me off.
Okay, now I'm doing it in front of you.
And I am not in denial that Jack pisses me off. Right now, I'm telling you, you pissed me off.
Nope.
All right, we're talking about people that are in denial, and all of us have some friends or we've been there ourselves. I was telling Jack off the air, to me, denial is part of the human defense mechanism.
Yeah.
Because perhaps it's just too painful to know something.
Sure.
So then your body just, I mean, you know, for a second goes into that denial mode because it's way easier. It all kicked off with Brian, this guy that was having, or he has a wife, and all of a sudden she's going out all the time. They used to have a co-message, if you will, on their cell phones.
Right.
Now she got a different cell phone, won't share the code. But then he called back and it was all happy because he talked to her mother or her mother.
To his mother.
She talked to his mother, Brian's mom, and said, no, I'm not doing anything to Brian. And he's all happy and says, I was wrong. She's not doing anything. It's wedded bliss now. So we're like, Brian, you're in denial. He won't be on the air with us because he's having a bad day.
Of course he's having a bad day. His wife's having an affair.
Well, he doesn't think so now because the mom.
Then what could, you find out your wife's not having an affair, then how are you having a bad day already?
I guess his car won't start and he's having all kinds of issues. So his friend has to come pick
his
him up.
car's cheating on him.
And he's waiting. He's just having a bad day. So he won't go on the air with us. But I want to shake him and say, just because she talked to your mother. I mean, I remember when I talked to my husband's parents and I said to them, I know your husband was hurt by his first wife and I will never, ever do anything to hurt him.
Wow. Sometimes you're just bad.
Well, I didn't. I wasn't planning on it that moment.
Right, but from the first second, you're talking about the doctor, right?
Yeah.
From the first second you met him, you thought maybe not the guy, and then he handed you the card that said surgeon, and a cash register sound effect, if I had one, would be going off right now.
Yeah.
So you were kind of preparing to hurt him from hello.
Yeah, that's true.
I hurt you at hello.
Yeah, it's true. But I told him that. I mean, whatever. Hello. But Jack said he thinks that one of the biggest groups that are always in denial are moms of gay people.
Yeah?
You know, well, little Johnny will meet a nice little Susie. Not Johnny will meet another Johnny.
Right. I don't know that one's true. I might disagree with you only because I know a guy, really butch guy too, right? And he's got a couple of butch kids and a beautiful daughter and this 9-year-old, maybe 8-year-old, who's flamboyantly gay. And I had never met the kid. And the kid comes over to my house with his older soccer playing brother. And the dad says, hi, this is so-and-so, and this is so-and-so. And they go outside, and he goes, by the way, I'm fairly confident little Johnny's gay.
Wow.
Right? And he's
Oh,
not.
my God.
And I didn't even know the guy that well. If Gretchen's listening, she knows exactly, because that's totally what he said. And then his
Wow.
brother later on, because I knew the dad, I didn't know his kids. They live in Australia. And the brother says, I said, how do you get along with your brother? Because he was getting a divorce and sharing custody. He said, well, I didn't really talk to him for a while. We weren't good friends because he would dress up in my mom's clothes and shoes. And that started at around 6.
Wow, there's a whole line of it.
Yes, there was no same kid. His older brother was saying I didn't hang out with him
I
because
thought he was
he's
getting a
gay.
divorce or something, and he's.
He was. Everybody was sharing custody and moving around and stuff. And I was just, how's it working? He goes, well, it's like he had come to terms with the fact that the 9-year-old was gay and it was cool now.
Well, is it moms and dads are the more in denial of their kids being gay, or is it people that actually live being gay and, you know?
Okay. I got to be careful here.
Okay.
I know a guy.
Because I know a guy sitting right by me.
Do we all know guys? Do we all know guys that have no idea they're gay?
I know one that sometimes says he is, and I think he is.
I know a guy, and everybody knows he's gay but him.
Really? You
Yes.
don't think he knows, though, and he's in denial?
I'm
Going back to the denial.
This is true, just not necessarily the correct statistics. But he's married with 5 children, and the wife's very attractive. But we all know he's gay.
And how do you know?
I can't tell you.
Did he call one morning and your shorts were on his floor?
No, I'm not saying anything.
What?
I forget our signals.
Because it was just a weird phone call, Dan.